Our next speaker gave up a position as a vice director to take over this new job because of the passion he shares for that. I'd like to introduce former vice director, Riley Hollingsworth, K4ZDH. He'll talk about the Volunteer Managers Program.
It's that syndrome that when people are tortured, they miss not being tortured. Is it that Berlin syndrome or something? But I'm going to give you a very short synopsis. Okay, how about now? Okay, I'm going to give you a very short synopsis of the Volunteer Monitor Program, but first I want to show you something. A couple of days ago, my wife, who is incredibly supportive of amateur radio, said, you're getting busy, so let me cut the grass in the backyard for you. And I said, okay, great, just watch out for the cables. And she said, I know exactly where they are, and there's one of them right there. But I couldn't get mad because the tower that this went to, which is a 35-foot tower, she painted it one weekend when I was out of town. So I can't get mad. I just look at it as an opportunity to renew my soldering skills. Up front, I want to tell you that the Volunteer Monitor Program is a new program requested by the FCC. It was not the League's idea, it was the FCC's idea. And they wanted and engaged us in a formal agreement between the ARRL and the FCC to have the OO program rebranded but also enhanced, to have better training, to have FCC participation in the training, but not death by PowerPoint. They promised us that. The FCC will give first priority to cases coming to it from the Volunteer Monitor Program, and they ask that volunteer monitors be concentrated in areas where the FCC resources are thinned out. The volunteer monitors have to put in an application, which is available on the League website. Section managers will comment on these applications, but they won't choose the applicants. We just want their comments. The application is not complicated. Official observers are not automatically transformed into volunteer monitors, but we invite them and encourage them to apply. The FCC wanted assurances that there wouldn't be as many volunteer monitors as there were official observers. Although the official observers, I think, totaled 600 or 700, I think only about a third of those were active, but they wanted a smaller group of people. And the requirements are that you have at least a technician license, that you've been licensed for 4 years minimum, and of course that you not have any FCC actions in your record. The term is 3 years, serving at the pleasure of the ARRL. Good guy notices will continue. The apparent violation notices will continue. The difference will be that the volunteer monitors are, in a sense, anonymous. They're going to have numbers rather than names. And these notices, both the good guy and the violation notices, will be issued by the volunteer monitors through ARRL headquarters and from ARRL headquarters. And the names won't be revealed. That was also at the suggestion of the FCC because of the nature of the times. You know, 25 years ago, if you got a notice from an official observer, you were glad to get that because you'd much rather get that than a notice from the FCC. But now everybody is thin-skinned and boisterous, and they're assuming an insult. You hold the door for somebody and they think you're going to steal their wallet. And OOs were having a lot of problems with getting disheartened by criticism from people that they were trying to help. And let me tell you what the program is not. It's not a band police program. It's not an ARRL effort to regulate the bands. It is a reporting and audit function. Pursuant to a formal request by the FCC to be an adjunct to the FCC in view of the numerous FCC office closings and also new responsibilities that the FCC has gained in the last decade, such as that are unrelated to RF, such as internet issues, robocalling, auctions, Universal Service Fund fraud cases. I know a person down at headquarters now that has over $7 million worth of Universal Service Fund fraud cases on his desk to this day, or at this date. Unauthorized changes to consumer telephone carrier services, and so forth. They have a lot of regulatory responsibilities now, not related to RF. The FCC said it needs this program, and exchange will be more timely, and that's important, more transparent, and and do these actions faster based on what the volunteer monitors send in. And finally, although you may hear some questions as to whether this is legal, the FCC actually has had this authority to set up such a program for 37 years. And as a closing note, it's not an offer we can refuse coming from an independent regulatory agency that asks you to help them and volunteers to help you achieve your goals. And so we thought it was a sudden and unexpected opportunity, and we were surprised to get it, and I think we need to take advantage of it. And when you get an offer like that, you can't be asleep at the wheel. So you'll hear more about it. There's a forum on this topic of volunteer monitors in the morning at 9 o'clock, and you'll hear more about it on the League web pages. Thank you.